Hey guys, my name's Crystal Kenny, and I'm in love with creating. All things artistic and imagination involved. I'm an American girl who chased her creative dreams all the way to Paris, France, making a living using photography. This podcast takes you inside the stories of all the artsy folks I've met along the way and gives you that extra push to discover your creative gifts. The desire to create is deeply inside each and every one of us, and I give you the tools and inspiration to find a new way of living a more creative life. This is La Vie Creative, the podcast. Today on the show, I speak with Jonathan Murr of Humble Humans. Jonathan is a singer, songwriter, and we talk about what it's like to make music in the City of Light. So welcome to the show, Jonathan. Thanks so much for coming on today.
Hi, Crystal. Thanks for having me.
I am very happy to share your story. I was just listening to your music, and it kind of reminded me of some bands I was listening to during my younger years. And it was like picking my brain trying to think of this band that you reminded me of. And it's going to come to me later, but we'll talk about that later. But I want to go back to your origins. Tell us where you're from and what brought you to France, to Paris.
I was actually born in France. I was born near Tours. And I have a French father and a Mauritian mum.
Wow.
And before my third birthday, we moved back to Mauritius. So that's where I grew up, which is pretty great. I had a pretty sunny childhood and teenage years. I was there until my French baccalaureate. That's 18 years old. And then I moved to Singapore for my university studies, and I spent 15 years there.
15 years. Wow, you must have loved it.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet life there. Made friends at university, then started working, and had no plans to leave. And then after some time, I thought I would try moving back. It's not really back, but moving to France to, for one, to discover my other country that I had never lived in.
Yeah.
And also to work as a freelancer, which I couldn't do in Singapore, which has allowed me to spend a lot more time on my music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And talk a little bit about that. I mean, have you always played music? Have you always sung? Like, what got you into music?
I've always enjoyed singing, and I took part in all the like theater and singing related stuff I could find in school. And when I moved to Singapore, I started writing, and I started meeting musicians, going to open mics, and I ended up recording stuff. So I did my very first project was a Christmas song, like a Christmas in Singapore compilation album. So I was part of that, which was really fun. I tried to write a Christmas song that wasn't too Christmassy and a bit less predictable. That's what I was going for anyway. And then I recorded an EP, an album. Played a lot of live shows, a few festivals, and yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that, which was like a side gig on top of a full-time job.
Yeah, it was kind of like coming back here, you're able to just focus more on music.
Yeah, it's a little less hectic and less tiring, and I'm able to do it with like a more peaceful state of mind. Which is
exactly
awesome. Yeah.
And how long have you been back now?
I've been back for 5 years. I'm based in the south of Paris. I was lucky enough to have a cousin who moved over from Mauritius at the same time that I moved to Singapore. So she's been in Paris for 20 years. She's a comic strip writer.
Wow.
Among other things. And so I was lucky enough that the week before I moved to Paris, someone in her house moved out. So I was able to have my little spot in Paris, which was great because I had been warned that finding a place in Paris was extremely difficult as a newcomer. So
Yeah, we all struggle. French, foreign, expat, it's all difficult here to find a place.
Yeah, for sure.
And you write alternative folk pop. So talk a little bit about that. Like, what inspires your music?
Well, I guess everything is inspiring. The things you go through in life, the music you listen to. I listen to all kinds of music. Maybe not some of the genres that I consider a bit extreme. Like I'm not a fan of metal music or but I listen to a lot of folk music. I really like Sufjan Stevens, Lisa Hannigan, who's an Irish artist who used to sing with Damien Rice, but she's got her own stuff, and which is really beautiful. Villagers, which is another Irish band. I listen to a lot of pop music, which doesn't really mean a lot because pop is such a huge spectrum of genres in and of itself.
For sure.
Like growing up and as a teenager, I listened to a lot of Bjork, a lot of female singer-songwriters, Tori Amos, Alanis Morissette, but also the Red Hot Chili Peppers and REM.
Yeah.
And in recent years, I've really loved discovering music by Kishibashi, who's a Japanese American singer-songwriter who's mainly on the violin with a looper.
Oh wow!
With a looping station. He does really amazing stuff. People like Regina, Spektor, and a lot of soundtracks. A lot of classical music. I mean, all kinds of music. Everything is inspiring.
Yeah. There's so much great music out there, and you're bringing back a lot of stuff I haven't listened to in a while. It's like Regina Spektor. I need to listen to her again. Yeah. It's been a minute.
And a lot of indie musicians. I think the way we listen to music has changed so much. We all have so little time now, and we no longer have the experience of going to the shops and spending hours listening to artists you've never heard of and picking a few records, going back home, opening the jewel case, and
all that excitement.
All that experience is kind of gone, which is a little sad.
Yeah. All the album art and totally, it's coming back a little bit because of the albums. Albums are back, but
vinyls,
vinyl, but not for everybody. And walk us through the process of you writing a song. So how does that process start? Like, how does it end?
It's a question I get asked all the time, and I don't really have like a formula, but usually a melodic line will come to mind with words attached to it, like a line or two, and based off of that, I'll try and figure out what the message of the song could be, what the story, what story it wants to tell, and I'll take it from there. I play a bit of guitar and piano, so that's usually what I start with. I'll try to find interesting chords to support that basic idea, and then I also work on logic. So once I have a verse or a chorus or something a little substantial, I'll get on logic and explore arrangements, and try to find the sounds and the instruments that fit the song best. And I'll build on from that and try to get to the end.
And how has France influenced your music since being back for 5 years now?
Good question. I think so. In terms of writing in French and English, it's two very different things. The image I like to use is that English is like Play-Doh. It's very malleable. You can you can extend the sounds and squish them, and it's really malleable. Whereas French is as well to some degree, but to me it's more like Lego pieces. The words are pronounced a certain way, and like all the French artists that I really like have their own way of writing in French and of singing in French. So I think I'll definitely try and put out a French album one day, but I think I'll need time to develop my own French aesthetic, I guess, my own try to find my own way of using the language to write. But yeah, since I've been here, I thought I'm in France, so I might as well try and put something out in French. So I've put out one single, which is called Envoie Valser, and there's an animated music video that was created for it, and yeah, I was kind of encouraged by my boyfriend to put it out. He was like, "It's a great song.
Yeah,
you're in France, do it." and yeah, it's actually done really well and traveled around the world thanks to the music video, actually. So yeah, it's been great. The thing is, with COVID, it was hard to take off, and finding musicians and playing live.
Yeah.
Before I came to France, in Singapore, I had my network of musicians. It was easy to call up people who already knew my music, and to play live, to take part in festivals and so on. So that's something that I've taken quite a bit of time to get back in France, but it's slowly happening. So
yeah, you recently started a quartet. Tell us more about that.
Yeah. So during COVID, towards the end of 2020, I sent out a call for musicians, and I met a guitarist who I've worked with. We did some acoustic versions of the singles that I've released in the last couple of years, and through him I've met other musicians, and I've worked with them, done some live shows, and at some point I thought I found, or I had identified musicians that possibly would like my music and would be interested in joining, and so I just sent them demos that I had of new songs, and crossed my fingers, and they all agreed. So we're now 4 musicians, proper band.
I love it. You pulled it together. I know when you first moved back here, you just gotten back, and then the pandemic started, and it was like so tough for all artists and people in venues. I mean, and now things finally feel normal again. You can play, and you have a show coming up January 14th in Paris.
That's right. Yeah, first full band gig on the 14th at Les Disquaires, which is in the 11th arrondissement.
Very cool.
Yeah, so we've been rehearsing for a few weeks, and it's been going great. Everyone's like super involved, and what's really tricky about putting together live shows is that, like, I've worked on demos for my new songs with no restrictions, so whatever can be done in the studio, I've kind of allowed myself to go for those arrangements.
Mm-hmm.
And then I always get to the point where I think to myself, oh, shoots, I'm going to have to play this live. And I don't have a 20-man band behind me. So there's always that adjustment that needs to be done so that it works for musicians. And so that's what we've been doing. And I'm really excited to embark on that new stage of live performances.
Definitely, especially in Paris too. I mean, there's so many great venues here, and it's just going to be a great place to connect with the audience.
Yes, definitely.
And what do you hope to do with your music?
Well, I hope to be able to share it far and wide, obviously. So after that first gig, I'm hoping we'll get to do more. I'm also working on a new full-length album, which is going to be my first full-length since 2015, which seems insane. I've been working on it for quite a while, and I'm really excited to get it recorded and to put it out, hopefully next year.
That is exciting. Wow. Yeah, 2015. It's time.
Yeah, for sure. And to go back to your question earlier about what I've been doing in France, actually, I had the chance to work with a director / animator.
Very cool.
Is that the right word? Animator?
Yeah, animator, exactly.
And so she worked on her first animated short in 2019-20, and I got to create the soundtrack for it, which was a first for me and a really cool experience to make music that didn't come 100% from me, but was at the service of another artist. So to link back to your last question, I'm also always open to collaborations. I really liked that experience of creating that soundtrack. And if anyone's listening and is a filmmaker, I'm up for the challenge of a new soundtrack.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Definitely. Collaborations are always a different way to test your creativity too, right? Like it's something different and working with someone to create new energy and talk about some of the most difficult parts of being a musician.
Ooh, where do I start? There are lots of musicians in Paris, a lot of artists vying for arguably quite a lot of spaces, but it's hard as a new band to get live gigs because you need to show what you can do live.
Yeah,
and it's kind of a catch-22 situation. So that's been a challenge, and that's why one of the reasons why I'm really excited about the 14th of January and to have that chance to do that first full band gig. And yeah, I think music is one of is an art form that does require budget. So that's always a challenge, trying to find subsidies or saving a lot of money to self-fund.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah.
And do you find that in France, like they're more supportive of artists? Like there's artist housing, there's like income for artists to kind of help out to just support your work more?
There are programs and subsidies and residencies that are available. I find that a lot of the time there are a lot of criteria attached to those subsidies, and they're often looking for something very specific, which does not necessarily, which means you don't necessarily fit what they're looking for. So it's there are things, but it can be tough. It's challenging. Yeah.
And talk a little bit about why music is important in society today.
I think music is, I mean, my housemates would say I'm annoying, but I always have music in my head, and every end of a sentence is the start of a lyric for me, and I kind of jump off of that and annoy people. But
Yeah.
no, I mean, I absolutely love music. Music is kind of everywhere. It's in other works of art. It's in public spaces, and it just has like an incredible way of making you feel a certain way and taking you back to a time in your life and making you hopeful or um, giving you a reason to eat your feelings, or it's just a beautiful way of living, to live with music, I think.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's such a way to connect and feel and just kind of get wrapped up in the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
And define creativity in your own words.
To me, creativity is this magical process that allows you to go from nothing to something. It kind of boggles my mind to think that the songs that I've written, their previous state was actually nothing. Um, and yeah, I mean, it's not really a magical process. It's skills and experience and learning and living. Obviously, a lot of hard work, but yeah, it's creating something. It's trying to make sense of the world around us, and to contribute some kind of understanding of the
Yeah,
world we live in. Yeah.
I like that. Something out of nothing to try to understand each other.
Yeah.
It's I like that.
Mm.
And what's something you would go back and tell your younger creative self?
It's a good question. I'm the younger of four siblings, and for a very long time I was kind of a follower and happy to just go along with whatever was planned for us as a family, and I think it took me quite a while to get like bitten by the creative bug, and to feel the need to create. So I think what I would say is jump in and get started, and try things, and be okay with doing work that you're not 100% happy with. Um, I think when I started making music, I really wanted everything to be perfect all the time, and that um, that made me hold on to my music and to my demos, for example, for a long time before I shared them with musicians and producers that I've worked with. And yeah, I think I would like no regrets, because things happened the way they did. But I think I would do what I do now, which is to just write as much as I can, to spend as much time with instruments and with music making software, and with people, to share.
Yeah.
I would share my music in its raw state a lot earlier, for people to critique and to get their view. I've often found that going to people with demos that were 95% done, they would comment on one thing and I would go, oh yeah, that actually has been in from the beginning, but it's not needed, or it could have been done this way, which would have been more appropriate for the song. And so, yeah.
So to get feedback sooner.
Yeah.
And not be afraid of, imperfections. And
especially since, like, I would say I'm a singer and a songwriter, arranger. I play a bit of guitar and piano, but I don't do anything crazy with those instruments, and getting feedback from musicians has been really useful. So I think I would try to open up and not be, I don't know if it's selfishness or fear of sharing the work too early, but I would try and share it earlier.
Don't be like so hard on ourselves. We're always like hiding our soul a little bit because it means so much, the things that we create. And do you have advice for other people who are searching for their creative talents and may think they're not creative at all? Like, how would you help those people to find their gifts?
I think I would tell them something similar to what I would tell my younger self. Just go for it. Try whatever it is, whatever art form speaks to you. Just start. Do horrible work. Get better, and if it feeds your soul, and if it makes you happy, and if it brightens your days, then do it.
I love that. I think that's great advice. I think we could all go back and just jump in faster than we think we're ready. And where can people connect with you online and check out your music and learn more about your work?
So online, I'm on all the social media platforms. My handle is We Are Humble Humans. And I've got music on all the streaming platforms, music videos on YouTube, and there's my website as well, wearehumbleHumans.com, and that's where you can find me.
Love it. Well, we'll share all that in the show notes, and I can't wait to see you in Paris performing live.
14th of January.
Check them out if you're in Paris. And thanks so much for sharing your story with us today.
Thanks for having me, Crystal. It's been really nice chatting with you.
We're immortal, with nothing in our way to slow us down. No game, no judge, no battle. A rhythm starts, and everyone understands. There's no other way than all in. Heads, hips, and hands. There's nothing like hitting the dance floor with friends. There's nothing like busting a move. Some of the best people around. There's nothing like hitting the dance floor with friends. So give us a beat and watch us move it. For a moment, let's forget all bogged down feelings. Instead, relish the thought we're all extraordinary beings. They are all so strong, these bodies of ours. They are clear and bright. Their minds. There's nothing like hitting the dance floor with friends. Nothing like hitting the dance floor. Nothing like busting moves. Some of the best people around. And there's nothing like hitting the dance floor with friends. Nothing like hitting the dance floor. So give us a beat and watch us move. Let's go ahead and get lost in the rhythm. Dance to the beat of our own drum. Let loose, let go of any reason not to feel whole. Tonight we set our spirits free, reclaim our bodies and all their beauty. Let loose, let go of any reason not to lose control. There's nothing like hitting the dance floor with friends. No, there's nothing like busting a move with some of the best people around. There's nothing like hitting the dance floor with friends. So give us a beat and watch us move it. Nothing like hitting the dance floor with friends. Move it. There's nothing like hitting the dance floor with friends. So give us a beat and watch us.
Thanks so much for tuning in to La Vie Creative. You can find more information on MissParisPhoto.com. And if you enjoyed this show, please feel free to share and spread the word for all my creative guests. We have the power to help them to keep doing what they love. See you next time.